Hey guys, it's me Jessica. I'm here with another review. I'm going to be reviewing the second book in the Dark Secrets 1 Bindup by Elizabeth Chandler. And the second book, as you can tell right over here, is Don't Tell. In the first review, I said I didn't understand why these were in the same bindup. Well, I come to find out that the second story also takes place in the same Maryland shore town. And they also talk about the psychic that they talked about in the first one, so that's why. So Don't Tell is about a girl named Lauren, whom her mother died when she was 10 years old. She drowned in a drowning accident. And then 6 years later, or 7 years later, she is asked back to her godmother's house that lives in Wisteria. And she comes to find out things about her mother's death and different things. And it's a really compelling story. Now, I actually liked Legacy of Lies, the first book, better, but I'm going to give Don't Tell a 4, so it's still pretty darn good. The writing and the plot are just as good as the first book, but the characters to me seem less developed, and the ending, while it was interesting, it seemed kind of like cheesy, I guess. It's the same kind of story, girl finds something out about her past that isn't true, someone's coming to get her, she's next, and then it kind of all plays out how you would never imagine it would. So I understand that Elizabeth Chandler has a template per se for her writing, but it works, and it keeps you reading. The second book is 231 pages, and as you could tell in this book, it's a smaller size from top to bottom. So it's really not that much on a page, so you can really soar through the book. I read it in a sitting. So this first bind-up is quite a bit smaller than what I'm going to be starting, this one. The two stories in this book together are 431 pages. The two stories in this book are 600 pages. So I guess she gets more developed in her writing, or I don't know. But what I noticed in this first bind-up, I think it's because we get so overwhelmed, but this much of the book is all previews of Dark Secrets 2 and Kissed by an Angel. They give the first two chapters of Dark Secret 2, and they give about 30 or 20 pages of Kissed by an Angel. I couldn't believe how much of a, sneak peek they give you. So when I was looking through, I'm like, where does this last story end? And I thought I had all of this left. So, I don't know, I guess they're trying to catch you to get to the next bind-up or something. But, this is a phenomenal bind-up. I mean, it's haunting, it's like a thriller. I think both of these would be great movies, both of these stories. The main girl leads are very strong, but I do think that Megan in Legacy of Lies is a lot stronger than Don't Tell's Lauren. However, I think Don't Tell is a little more realistic story. Her mother accidentally drowned. She's the one that's, going to get the money in her will when she turns 18. And there's always, speculation about, oh, if she dies, what happens? So that's kind of the whole thing, is that she thinks that someone's trying to kill her to get her estate, her mother's estate. So, and all these things happen at the end, and you're like, oh my God, really? So even though the book is quite short, I would say, it's still action-packed, and I'd rather read a book that's shorter and action-packed than a book like I've been talking about, Anna Godbersen. I always have to say it like that. Her Lux and Rumor and all those books, I feel, are so drawn out. If she would write it instead of 400 pages, write it in 300 pages, I think the book and the story would end up being more compelling and keep me interested and want me to read the next two books. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go check out my Rumors book review. It's the Lux's sequel. But that is my quick and to the point review. If you, like I said before, if you have this bind up and you're holding on to it, read it. I mean, you're gonna, even if you don't read, obviously I read extremely fast, but it's only going to take you a few days to read this, because the story, I really feel like it's probably like 300 something pages together, so it's just kind of like a mid-range book, and it's compelling. You want to know what's happening. It's action-packed, and it's phenomenal. I love Elizabeth Chandler. She's become one of my newest favorite authors, and I will be diving into Dark Secrets 2. Dark Secrets 2 includes No Time to Die and The Deep End of Fear. I haven't even really read the back, but I understand that it's going to be the same thing. Girls, stuff in their past, haunting, thriller, action-packed. So I'm really excited for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely pick this up. 4 out of 5 for Don't Tell, 5 out of 5 for Legacy of Lies. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.